hey.
That's way too much motivation.
Hey, we need to play the song It's Been a Long Time.
It's playing right now. You can't hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. Maybe make it a little louder.
Okay, there we go.
Much better. Wow. I don't even remember what to do or how we do this. It's been so long.
I don't. Should we tell everyone what's happened over the past couple of months?
Joel, I don't know about you. I don't even know if I remember what's happened in the past couple of months. And now you disappeared on me. You really are out of practice.
Woo! No, I had to go close the door in case my
Ah,
dog started barking.
yeah, I did the same thing. The
Yeah.
dogs,
So
cats, bird.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember anything. Like the past month, I was in some sort of a time loop or time warp or something. And I try to think back. And the last vivid memory I have was standing in Modern Warriors in St. George, Utah, and
Yeah.
talking about where I was going to go eat with Ethan and Jacob. And that pretty much, man, it was
Whew.
just it was all downhill from there. But we just attended another show, so I
Yeah,
remember
I
that
mean,
vividly.
we so I remember obviously our visit to Modern Warrior and queue up some footage from them because what an awesome frickin' store. And I know
Yes.
hopefully maybe in the next week or so we can publish a little video review of their store. So many cool things at the store. We actually, Joel, you drove over to Utah from Shreveport, Louisiana, or Bossier City, Louisiana. I should be specific. Uh,
Not Shrevganistan.
no, not Shrevganistan. And I flew into Vegas and drove up. It was the week before SHOT Show. We wanted to visit a really, really good customer, and they had moved from their original store location to a spectacular location. And it's not just the location, it's what they did inside the location that really makes it one of the coolest and most amazing gun stores that I've been to.
Yeah, it was. I think Ethan's got some really good footage that I will run now if we
Who's
do
Ethan?
have it.
Oh,
Ethan Harris.
oh, okay.
Some good
That
drone footage
Ethan.
of that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the other guy that was with us.
Okay. I
Um,
didn't know if you're
but
referring
it
to the missing guy.
who's missing?
Yeah. Good
Oh
point.
wow, man, that stuff not even knocked him out of my head. I was sick, man. I was like, who's another Ethan? Man, my
our,
brain's just gotta
our,
oil it
our
up here.
our resident chef, who has proven himself, he's not
Yeah,
just all talk, and we'll talk about that at some point, maybe if we remember.
yeah. Is that me dinging?
I don't know. I don't think it's me.
I Okay, I'm sorry. If I'm dinging, I'm sorry everyone.
We'll
I'm just that important.
we'll forgive you this time. So yeah, Modern Warrior was amazing, and then we went to Shot Show, and Shot Show was interesting, Joel. You got sick. I managed to stay healthy till after SHOT Show, although even during the show, I had some kind of weird symptoms starting. And, nothing major. Luckily, I didn't get any severe symptoms other than this extreme, ridiculous fatigue that turned me into a blob for over a week and a half when I came back
Yeah.
from SHOT Show. And it was really weird because, I mean, I was too tired to even open up emails. So I'm still kind of catching up, from from that moment of time. Maybe it was more like 2 weeks. Fortunately, I didn't suffer anything, really severe, which I know you went through and still going through, some pains and aches and other symptoms and fevers. And so you got really sick on us. But um, back to SHOT Show, I know you may not remember. I mean, you did function well. I don't know how.
I don't
Um,
remember.
But what was really cool, Joel, and I don't know what footage we have and if we can throw some things up while we're talking, but we had first of all, we had an awesome booth, and we were in the New Caesars Forum. For those of you who didn't get a chance to go to SHOT Show, you missed a really good show. I mean, just to be honest, and thank you all exhibitors that decided to cancel out. There weren't many. It was really a small handful of exhibitors, but to me, it opened up the door for us to get a bigger booth. It gave us more points for next year. And first of all, the show, the venue, the Caesar Forum Conference Center is spectacular. It's brand new. I think we were one of the first shows to use that venue, because right when it was built, I think is when COVID hit. And I mean, everything looked brand new, and it's just beautiful.
Yep.
You know, it took getting used to for some people to learn about the bridge and how to get there from the Venetian, but I don't know if we could have handled any more traffic, Joel. I mean, I don't remember even having a minute to talk to you during the show. Everyone was busy, and we brought 16 Corewear employees to the show. And I think each and every one of us was busy the entire time. I mean, we had big plans. We had plans to post things at night, post things during the day. But it was just too crazy. And, you know, unfortunately, you were definitely fighting COVID at that point.
Yeah.
You know, so you weren't able to really function fully. You know, we weren't sure what was going on necessarily as far as our sickness, but
Right.
after the fact, we did learn that, you know, a couple of us tested positive for COVID, and therefore, even though you and I didn't test, we pretty much know.
We know.
That,
Yeah.
we know that it
I've
was the evil COVID.
never been that sick in my life, just
Yeah.
in all honesty. And it was, you know, I'm not on the, you know, COVID bandwagon. I think now I've got antibodies, hopefully stronger than they were, because
Yeah.
I could have swore I've had it in the past, but you know, they say
Me
you
too.
can get it again.
Yeah, of course you can. It's a different strain, right? It's no different than
Yeah.
the flu. And again, I'm not
Right.
going to turn this into a whole political conversation, but everyone just use common sense. The flu
Right.
shot, you know, the flu shot was a hit or a miss on whether it worked, because it was for last
Right.
year's strain, right? I've never gotten
Right.
a flu shot in my life, and you can derive my thoughts on the COVID shot, and it's not a vaccine. Vaccines eradicate diseases.
Exactly.
Pure definition of the dictionary. Oh wow!
Well,
Are we going to
they
get?
did change it.
Is YouTube going to cancel us?
Oh crap!
All right. Good knowing, everyone. We'll
See you.
We'll see you on. Wait, what's our alternate platform?
We love YouTube and their communitystandards.com.
Absolutely, and make sure to visit the CDC.com so you can learn the real story about COVID.
Yeah.
Shame
Stop
on you,
listening to conspiracy
Joel.
theories.
Shame on you. All I
Right.
can say.
Joe Rogan's
All right.
not a doctor.
Well, assuming we're not canceled, we can keep talking. So, you know, back to
Yeah.
SHOT Show. I'll just, again, I don't know if we can, you know, pepper our video here with some videos, but
We will be.
you know, one of the neat things that I hope we have some footage of was we decided to advertise on this massive 30-foot video wall, and I hope we have some good video that we can show, because it was amazing. I mean, it was so cool to see our name up on this 30-foot video wall, to see our credit card terminals, our pricing tags. It was one of the neatest things from a Corewear standpoint. Our booth was unbelievable in terms of, you know, we had a 600 square foot booth. It was full the whole time. We were making coreFFEINE. We were, and I know we have some drone footage of our booth, so we definitely should show some of that, Joel. Man, this is going to take you a long time to edit this video. By the way, everyone, I know it's April 2022, but hopefully SHOT Show is still somewhat fresh on your minds. So anyway, I'm just kidding.
I got it.
It took you a while.
My brain's catching up.
Yeah, I think you need some more of that coreFFEINE there. So
I'm drinking.
Anyway, the booth was amazing, but I think first and foremost, I really want to compliment the NSSF. And they put on the best SHOT Show that I've ever attended. And yes, I can say that because I've attended, this was, I believe, my 19th SHOT Show, all in a
Right.
row. I've been to every one in the last 19 years, except, of course, the one that was canceled. Nobody was there. Well, hopefully nobody was there. I assume everyone got the memo that it was canceled. But this show, I mean, I can't tell you enough. The new venue, I mean, it helped clear some of the, I don't know if you've been to SHOT Show. I know, Joel, you have, those halls at the Venetian and at the Sands Expo. They're always, I mean, it's so crowded. Now, again, the attendance was so good, but it maybe wasn't. I don't know what the numbers are compared to previous years. I never tracked that. But I do know for a fact, a fact that was provided to me by the NSSF, that there were over 40,000 people in attendance. I don't know if I told you that, Joel.
No.
And what was neat with this new venue at the Caesars Forum, it helped spread some of those crowds. And just in general, the signage, the organization, everything. I mean, shout out to the NSSF. Shout out to our main contact at the NSSF, Quinn, who's been a tremendous help. We should have him on one day just to say hi.
That would be neat.
Yeah, that would be neat. And, in general, we had some exciting news during the show. We announced a new partnership with the NASGW, which maybe we can post a link to the press release in here. We actually announced a integration that is basically done. We're just going through some testing with Gunspot. Gunspot is a newer auction site, but it has some really cool features. We had some announcements on some upcoming products. We'll talk about those maybe in another cast. In general, it was just a phenomenal show. We actually got I don't know if I don't think I used the VRBO, which is like Airbnb, but we actually rented a house. We decided we didn't want to stay in a hotel, and I think that worked out well, Joel. What was your opinion on the house?
Yeah, that's the way to go. Again, I don't remember a whole lot, but it is nice not to have to fight, people in hallways, and it was really nice to have a refuge to go to every night.
Yeah, and it was a comfy refuge.
It was very, very comfortable. I'll post some pictures of that as well.
Yeah, make sure you
that
show
was,
them the luxury room that Jacob had.
Oh, I don't think we.
I don't think we took any pictures of it either. I
would have felt ashamed.
Hey,
no, but honestly, he had privacy. I mean, he had complete privacy.
Yeah, I mean, we stuck him in the laundry room, so obviously no one was busy doing laundry during SHOT Show.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah.
Hey, it's a memory for him.
Oh, I think he was motivated about it. Anytime I do something like that, that's a little bit more hardcore than everybody else, I kind of take pride in it. I was like, well, I didn't change my socks for 30 days in Afghanistan or some stupid crap. It's like, that's nothing to brag about, but
that's awesome.
It's a good thing for him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, I was super excited about SHOT Show, and thank you all the customers that our existing customers that came by and said hi, and we had a great time. We actually rented on Thursday night. Joel, you might not remember this because by then you were completely out of it, but we did rent a sushi restaurant, an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant, and we hosted our customers. It was a little tight as far as space. Luckily, we were able to bleed over next door, which made a small group very happy because you had the best of all worlds. You had a choice between sushi and Korean barbecue, so that worked out really well. But and all you can eat Korean barbecue. I mean,
yeah,
wow,
doesn't take long.
Yeah, but that was a good time. I've been known, Joel, I don't know how many years I've been doing Thursday night all you can eat sushi. So for those customers watching, remember that, for next year, because we'll probably host another all you can eat sushi. same restaurant. I don't know. Maybe we'll end up renting 2 restaurants.
May have to by then.
We may have to, but man, it was awesome. I mean, the food was amazing. Just being able to relax and talk to a lot of our customers was really fun, and it was a good way to end things. I mean, Friday obviously was the last day of the show. Friday was it still busy? Well, you don't remember anything. I don't even remember, Joel. I mean, I literally don't even remember. I think Friday slowed down a little, which is typical with SHOT Show. But at the same time, I mean, we weren't dead. There were people coming by, and we were doing demos and talking to dealers and other industry people that came by looking for various different solutions. So speaking of SHOT Show, one of the things that we did during SHOT Show, and man, I just keep thinking you're going to have a hell of an editing job to do here, but one of the neat things that I spent a really extraordinary amount of time on was creating a catalog for Corewear, right? Because if you've been around us since we kind of launched in 2019, that's our official launch. That's when I left Sport South. I'm sure you realize that we've kept adding products and services and offerings. And I ended up with I believe it was 36 pages worth of a catalog. And Joel, I think it would be great for you to post a link to our catalog, because even for our existing customers, we had so many customers that came over and said, Ezra, I didn't realize you do this. I didn't realize you have an email campaign platform. I didn't realize you guys have credit card terminals. I definitely didn't realize that you have digital price tags. So, and Joel, I mean, throw up that digital price tag little ad that we did, because that was a cool video. I mean, obviously the coolest video that we will link and maybe show a couple seconds of, however, Joel, you decide to edit this. Our coolest video certainly was us blowing up that PAX terminal.
That was fun.
Yeah, so
you'll even have fun watching it. Yeah,
you'll have fun watching it, and in the comments, please let us know how you think we can beat that video. Now, today, we have come up with a way we're going to not necessarily beat that video, but make one just as exciting. Don't you agree?
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time to light things up, Joel.
Hey, to make things even more fun, I don't know if you want to do any kind of a giveaway, but if you do, guys, we used tannerite to blow that terminal up. If you can tell me how many pounds of tannerite we used to blow that terminal up, the first person to get the right answer, maybe we can do something nice.
Let's do it. Let's announce it. We're going to do a $250 gift card. I don't know. We usually do the Amazon gift card, but maybe we'll switch it up and do just a Visa gift card or something. But we'll probably end up doing Amazon because it's so easy. So 200. What do you think? $250?
For a guess, absolutely. You're being overpaid if you get it right.
All right. So you have to make a comment in this video, and Joel, do they just? I mean, you can identify them by just the comment. Do they need to include their email address?
Yes.
Okay.
No, absolutely. Include your email address, please.
Yeah, or email, your comment. Just take an image of the comment and email Joel. If you can just email Joel.
Right.
You can put your email address or the sales email address, whatever works. Yep. I don't know. This is off the cuff. Surprise.
Yep.
But I like that idea. So, Joel, can you be specific on the rules? Is it closest but not more higher, or is it just closest?
No, somebody has to get the answer right.
Oh.
It's not there's no learning curve
here.
Okay.
My guess is 200. My guess is 250 pounds.
You might be quite a bit over. I would be in jail. What happened to Joel? He had a little bit too much fun with that tannerite.
Yeah, exactly.
A small town's gone now.
I think a tank should be in our future.
Yeah. I think I can find one.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I bet we can. I bet
Yeah.
we can. I think Shane probably has one parked in his backyard.
Probably. He probably does, along with some anti-aircraft. He's probably got everything that we would need.
Yeah. So Joel, it's interesting. Our subscribers, as far as our number of subscribers, grew about 20% during our hiatus.
So I think I've got a plan. We hang around for a couple of months and then we just disappear.
I think that sounds good to me.
Yeah. If we can replicate it, then we'll be working about 4 months a year.
That sounds good to me. Maybe I'll actually be able to edit some of these videos quicker. So,
no joke.
So, I was going to show off the catalog. We actually gave away all of our catalogs. I think I managed to snag one copy that I have hidden away in the office. I'm not currently in the office. I did grab our brochure, our coreCLEAR brochure, which also came out just really nice. I mean,
it really is.
Yeah, really great quality. You can put a link to it, but I'm just showing it off. Yeah, I'm really excited. Okay. I like physical things sometimes, and I think people appreciated that. So I know we'll put a link to the catalog, but anyone who wants a catalog, we will be reprinting the catalog towards the end of this month or next month. The reason why we have a little delay is because I'm adding more things to the catalog. So our catalog will grow to, if it was 36 pages, I'm pretty sure it was 36 pages, it's going to grow to 40 pages. We have to go in 4s. So we're working on it right as we speak. We already have some more content, and we have some exciting announcements that are coming. I don't know, I think we should do a separate cast for our most exciting announcement, maybe as early as next week. We'll do a cast and actually show off what we're about to announce. We did announce some things at SHOT Show, so if you were at SHOT Show, you can probably guess what we're talking about. But yeah, I think we should definitely set up a coreCAST, announcement coreCAST, and again, it will be either next week or the week after that we make this announcement. But speaking of coreCAST, so I figured this is a good time for just you and me to plan things out. Not that we ever plan things out, but I'm thinking we should have a couple of guests, that come on. So many of our customers, you may not even know this, but we actually have an agency department, a marketing agency department. This is actually our agency catalog. This isn't the product catalog. And these are all the services that we provide as an agency. And I think, Joel, it might be really cool to have Chris Politzer, who heads up our Corewear agency services. I think having him as a guest, and specifically having him as a guest and maybe let's give our audience some tips, because he's learned a lot ever since he started the agency. I mean, he's already was an SEO expert. He has a very interesting background, and I'm sure he'll be glad to share his background with the audience. I won't spoil it too much. Let's just say he worked for one of the 3-letter agencies. Yeah, pretty cool. Not the ATF and not the FBI.
It is pretty cool.
It is really cool.
Right.
Chris is really cool, but I think it's time for us to just I don't know. Let's talk to Chris a little, because I think, again, it would be an interesting episode, and Chris can just maybe even give people some ideas, some marketing ideas, and share with us what they're finding works and what they're discovering that doesn't work. So far we have a handful of customers that are using our agency services. We're very selective on who we take on board, and obviously we only have a certain capacity for that agency at this point. But I think it's time for us to maybe introduce the agency to our subscribers. And who knows, maybe Chris can help us get even more subscribers.
Oh, absolutely. You want that to be the next podcast?
Well, I don't know. We'll talk about the order of things, because I got a couple more for you. But
Yeah.
The other possibility is that we lose subscribers after Chris is on, and then we can give him. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that word. Bleep me out.
Okay, I did.
Okay, excellent. So,
Yeah, you're bleeped.
I don't even know. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I can't keep track. What's politically correct and not correct.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah, I know, because we're already canceled by now.
Our
COVID
3
discussion.
subscribers, they'll be all right.
Oh, COVID. YouTube's algorithm now is gonna definitely check this video.
Oh,
out.
way to go! We'll call it from now on. It's Vidco. So
yeah,
they had that Vidco real bad. Bad stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Joel.
Yep.
Well,
how are you?
The magic of editing is going to hide the screw up that I just caused.
It gave me a chance to eat dinner.
I think we did say we were rusty, so I think I win the trophy tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So our second guest that I think we should bring on to coreCAST. Luckily, my memory isn't so bad that I forgot within the last half hour who it is. But I think we should bring Ethan Harris onto our coreCAST. Ethan is one of our new employees, or newer. I'm sure he feels like he's been with us forever. And he is quickly becoming our hardware expert. And I think we have some really cool point of sale devices to share with everyone, and we can show them off. And also, Ethan just got back 2 weeks ago from a trip to Battlehawk Armory. So we should flash up a photo of their store. Awesome customer. They're out of Grimes, Iowa, which is right outside of Des Moines. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to travel there, but Glenn and Ethan went and implemented over 500 core tags at the store, which is phenomenal.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and it came out looking spectacular. So we'll have Ethan share some of his war stories, and he'll probably complain a lot. I mean, it was like below 0 degrees over there. I don't know what they're whining about. So I think our third guest, we want to start bringing people from outside of the industry. So again, Joel, you're going to use this as your notes, and this way you can't tell me that, I didn't tell you something or you forgot. We have this permanently recorded and several hundred witnesses, hopefully. So our third guest, George Lutz. And again, I'm not saying these are in order, but we definitely want to bring George. We've talked about it last year. Well, it's time. And we need to officially introduce, honor, and remember and George, and let him tell us our story, or his story, how the organization started, what motivated him to start this incredible organization. Look at the link below. You can visit their website and you'll read about it, but it's just so much better to hear it from George. And we're becoming more and more involved with Honor and Remember as our corporation, and also myself personally. I am honored that George actually invited me to become a board member. They have to vote me in, so I'm not officially in yet, but again, I just feel truly honored. He told me this at SHOT Show, and for me it was a very touching moment. So we definitely need to bring George onto our coreCAST, and I would like to invite, on another coreCAST, I'd like to invite the NASGW, which is an organization for distributors, but actually we're doing some interesting things that will help out all of our customers with basically having the ability to look at industry data and trends. And at the end of the day, Joel, you've heard me say this more than once. The biggest cost for running a retail store, which is, obviously we cater to retail stores and we're hyper focused on certain industries. But in terms of cost, one of the greatest costs, if not the highest cost of running a retail store, is your inventory, right? And you and I have had discussions about inventory management and knowing what to buy, how much to buy, and when to buy it, right? And the same thing goes for what to stock, what to get rid of, and at what, price point do you want to get rid of it, right? Because again, your inventory that's sitting stale is simply costing you money. It's costing you shelf space. It's costing, it's basically not making you any money. So I think it would be phenomenal to invite Easton, and I am going to destroy his last name. So Easton, I apologize. I probably won't pronounce this properly, but it's Easton Kubashek. Hopefully hopefully I did him justice. And Easton is a young man who works for the NASGW. I think it would be phenomenal to have him on a cast. And he can tell us all about NASGW and what we're planning to do to integrate with them and provide more data intelligence to our merchants. And anyone who watches that coreCAST, we can actually provide a link to the NASGW report, but don't provide it, Joel, in this video. Let's wait till we do that video. And I'd like to schedule these out so we can actually notify everyone, so they know when they're going to participate. Another guest that I think we should bring on is Eric Myers. He's a payment processing expert who's been in the industry for decades, and I think he'd be interesting to talk to. He is also an avid firearms owner. He's a hunter, and he has some fascinating stories that I think we'd all get a kick out of. And I think we could pick his brain a little bit and have a really good session there. So I think those are some of the guests that we should talk to. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Wow, that was a really pregnant pause. You're not paying any attention to me. At least everyone watching hopefully is paying attention to me.
No, it's our timing is off.
Oh, well, that stinks.
I know. It may not be off in the video though, so I can probably cut all this stuff out.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun editing. So after SHOT Show, we got back. We basically both took a hiatus. You disappeared. I buried myself in my basement, and a couple of weeks went by. And after that, we actually attended a show in Savannah, Georgia, with our friends and customers, and one of the best distributors out in the industry, Amchar. Amchar they're headquartered in Rochester, New York. They've got they have a warehouse in Georgia, and they're really, really cool. Just a cool group of people. They've got, and I mean,
hey,
Joel,
Ezra, that would be an outstanding guest, Tony.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if we could get Tony. It would be phenomenal. He is so busy.
To hear that story, oh yeah, he is. But his story is just fascinating.
I think it's a great idea, Joel, and we definitely let's see if we can schedule that one. It was interesting. Okay. I don't know if I told you. I think I told you. You did. Yeah, you knew this. But Tony turned 75. While we were at the show. I mean, he's an incredible... Tony is the owner and founder of Amchar, ATI, and he owns also ET Arms now. And he is the hardest working person I've ever met in my life. I mean, truly. And he's a ball of energy. And he told me he's got trips to Germany coming up and Turkey. And but I think we can definitely meet up with him in April because we may be doing a joint visit. I'll actually be going up to Rochester in the next couple of weeks, but Tony won't be there. So, but that is a great idea, Joel. But the show in Savannah, Joel, how good was that dealer show?
I'm not. See, now I'm getting excited because I actually remember this show. It really was. Being able to see people face to face and remembering it. I know we did that at SHOT Show, but I really do not remember probably 80% of SHOT Show. But I remember everything about this show. I remember meeting people. I remember meeting people that I've seen their names on my screen. some of our customers, and it's like, oh my gosh, man. I mean, it's like meeting long lost, relatives, and people would look at me funny. Joe kind of looked at me funny, and I'm like, uh-oh, what did I do? And turns out he was, he watches our coreCAST. So thank you, Joe. You're probably, you and 2 other people are crushing it, man. No, it was great. I was able to sit down with Joe and his wife and have lunch one day there at the show. Amchar rolls the red carpet out for their dealers. It is, and it's not. I mean, you're going there to do business, so you could kind of tell the people that showed up just to show up. You could tell. I mean, there were some movers and shakers there, and I'm pretty sure tons of business was conducted there, but they set it up in a way that just made that so easy. They brought everybody in that you could possibly need if you were a gun store owner or a range owner, and they just provided that environment, and it was just outstanding. I will never forget that show. I will never forget that show, and it was really short, but it was a really, really good experience. I hate to say it, but it was, and it's because I was sick at SHOT Show, but that show I just felt. Well, it probably was my health, but it was it was a really good time. I mean, it was like a really, really mini SHOT Show,
Yeah, and the neat thing is, awesome. It's really intimate, but I was shocked at how many dealers showed up, how many exhibitors were there. It was Super Bowl Sunday. I had my doubts, but, we're big supporters of Amchar. There's no way I wouldn't have shown up there. But oh my gosh, I was so glad to have been there. I had a blast. I mean, it was again nonstop for us. We had a few breaks, but not many. I barely talked to any Amchar people at SHOT Show, and we were next door to Amchar at SHOT Show, and hopefully we'll be at the same place next year, which was fun. But both shows, Joel, I barely talked to anyone because I was so busy, which is great. I did get a chance to meet with Joe and a few other of the folks there, and they're growing as a distributor. Many people don't know this. They're the largest distributor of Glock in the country.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal, and they do specialize in a lot of law enforcement, but they do a lot of other things. So shout out to Amchar. Obviously, their website is using CoreForce. They're a customer of ours, and we keep really having fun with them and doing more and more projects. We feel like we're part of their family and growing family. So I love that idea, Joel, and I definitely think what I might do is go visit Tony in person. He actually is based out of South Carolina, so he's not far from me, and when I do, we can just do something on the spot with him.
Okay, and I've also got the initial meeting that I had with him, when we were going to do more for him, if we
that's
get all
cool.
that material. So if we can't make anything happen live, then I can just at least ask him, hey, would you mind if I use this in an upcoming episode? And we can just play it because it's fascinating. You guys, I just being in the industry for years and years, you hear Amchar, you're like, you don't really know it. And then you meet the man who started it. And then you find out what's behind the name. You find out his story. You find out, oh my gosh, he started out in a tiny little room, and I guess it was his house, he was a
while he was, while he was a full-time fireman. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, he did fire. He was a fireman, a bricklayer, just everything you could possibly imagine. The man was just working. He's a grinder. So it was really I'm so glad we're able to do that with them, so provide the support and, just be a part of their team as well. It's really, really special.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it'd be a great guest. I mean, I really do. So I think this is our theme this year is, maybe we'll start bringing on some guests because people might be getting tired of just you and me and the third musketeer who isn't here half the time anyway.
Where is he?
I have no idea. He's probably eating something, cooking something.
I
will say that he did a phenomenal job for us. We had him cook a dinner for us at SHOT Show. And, man, those tacos.
That was I think that was the first night
I think you missed it.
Hit hard. I went and told him, I said, Ethan, I'm so sorry I can't do this, man.
Yeah.
I was that weak. He said, well, here, at least try a piece of meat. I ate that piece of meat and almost fell out. I was like, oh my gosh, man. And I was not hungry. But that meat was really, really good. So he's very talented.
Yeah, it was good times. And Joel, speaking of food, you know, we were in Savannah, Georgia, which is a really cool city. I mean, really, really cool. So I was at the Amtrak show 2 years ago, right? They canceled it 2021, and I was there in 2020. But I stayed on the one side of the river at the event venue, which is held at the Westin Resort in Savannah, Georgia. Beautiful, beautiful place. But I never left, you know, and I never even crossed the river. And this time we came in a little earlier because we actually had a booth, and we got to enjoy a little bit of Savannah. And I have to tell you, it's one of the most charming cities I've ever been to in the States. I mean, it's hard to describe. I don't know if we have any pictures, you know, if Ethan maybe took some pictures, you know, we should show some pictures, you know, from the show if we have them, maybe flash up a few things during this cast. But it's a really neat town. Anyone looking for a good vacation spot, highly, highly recommend it. Savannah, Georgia. Was that your first time there?
First time.
Okay.
First
Did
time.
you feel the same way?
Yeah, you nailed it when you said charming. It absolutely is charming. The only thing I was disappointed in is I never found anybody that talked like this. I really wanted to hear somebody that, you know, had that Savannah accent. I had never found anybody. I mean, everybody talked faster than me, so I was like, what the heck?
That's
hysterical. It was a good time though. Nice little city.
Yeah, really nice city. So yeah, it's been fun times, and today, you know, we've been so far behind on casts and videos and even our product announcements. So coreSTORE, I finally finished a What's New announcement. So if you haven't seen it, make sure to go to what'snew.corewear.com, or within coreSTORE, click on the icon at the top of the little newspaper, and you can read our latest announcement. A few highlights, Joel, and maybe you can post the links to the videos, but we did put out 4 new videos for coreSTORE. One of the most exciting little features, and we've already gotten some good feedback on it, is the trade-in widget, and it just makes trade-ins a heck of a lot easier. Now, we're actually still going to perfect a few things, and we're going to also try to leverage it for not just trade-ins, but also consignment items. So I think everyone's going to be excited about that. We also are excited to announce the coreCLEAR Gateway, and there's a good video on that. As everyone hopefully knows by now, we do provide merchant services. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, Joel, but we will provide merchants with a free analysis of their current merchant processing. And again, if you use it simply as a negotiating tool with your current provider, great. But we hope to win your business. And if we can't beat your rates, we will pay you $500.
Now, you can't beat that with a crowbar.
Nope. We literally had a customer. Now, again, they do a lot of business, but we looked at their statements and we are going to be saving them, I hope you're sitting down for this one, over $100,000 a year.
Wow.
It was an extreme savings. We had never seen it. We had to look at it 5 times before we felt
just
confident.
To make sure.
Yeah, and we just couldn't believe. I mean, unfortunately, this business was being taken advantage of, which is what we see a lot in the merchant services business. And if you think about it, it does make sense to an extent, simply because at the end of the day, if all you do in life is sell merchant services, you're going to have to try to maximize your profit, right? And that's the problem with what I call the one-trick ponies. Whether it's in merchant processing or even technology companies, at the end of the day, if all you do is, just a very narrow scope of services, you're going to have to maximize your profit on those services. And that's what gives us the luxury to be transparent, to be clear, to be cheap, to be not annoying.
Right.
because it's a convenience. So we've got a great video. We released a gateway, the coreCLEAR gateway. It has a new virtual terminal. You can actually pull up your statements and you'll see the new interface. Joel, I don't know if you saw the video, but I think it will give everyone a glimpse as far as what's coming and where our software design is heading to. And the reason why software design is so important is because at the end of the day, it's not about making something pretty. It's about making something efficient and clear and easy to use.
Usable.
And yeah, useful. And that's where our design language is starting to change. And it will obviously take years before we move all the products, into this whole new environment and into this new design language, if I can call it that. But at the end of the day, this is what separates us from other companies, even other technology companies. We invest heavily in R&D. It's not just about having developers that fix bugs. It's about having, the research and development going on. So we're always staying ahead of the curve and we're always looking at what's next. And we're always trying to improve things for the benefit of our customers, because by doing that, that will help our retention rate. We don't retain customers because they have to sign a contract. We don't like contracts. If a customer wants a contract, send it over. We'll review it.
Right.
But, I prefer my customers paying us monthly because they're happy with us. They like our products and they see the benefit of these products, and that payment is truly more of an investment, right? Not an expense. It's an investment in saving them time. It's an investment in helping them run their business more efficiently. And Joel, one thing that surprised me at both SHOT Show and the Amchar show, I cannot believe how many, and again, both of those shows are more towards the firearms geared, obviously, for the firearms industry. But what's interesting in that industry, and I think many other industries, I'm still shocked at how many people are still handwriting, whether it's receipts or handwriting their bound book. I mean, I'm floored. I mean, I'm really floored by that, simply because I don't care if you're getting our system or someone else's system, writing things down. Wow. I mean, I know it sounds like you're saving money, but I guarantee you, I can prove to you that your time, unless you don't value your time, Joel.
Right.
But if you value your time, and some people say, hey, we write things down because it makes it harder for the ATF to audit us. Well, actually, it makes the ATF want to stay in your store longer because they can't get to the information faster. So do you want the ATF agents out your door quickly? Give them a system where they can figure things out very quickly. They can make sure you're in compliance, and they're out the door. That can be a whole separate cast. So anyway, back to our videos. So, we did do a video. So I mentioned on our trading widget, we did do a video on our new coreCLEAR portal or a gateway. Either one is proper terminology. We like calling it a portal. Sounds kind of cool. And then we have 2 videos on our new invoice module. So our invoice module is, we have customer invoices and supplier invoices. Let me just clarify, you don't have to use these modules, right? First and foremost. But some businesses, what they do is they sell something at the register. They want that item removed from inventory. They want that sale to be treated as a sale that was done today, right? So it's not like a layaway. A layaway, you're selling an item, but the item is still in your store. The sale is not complete, right, until they pay off the layaway. But imagine that you're selling to a local business, or let's say if you're in the firearms industry, you have a local law enforcement agency that comes in and buys ammo from you. What you want to do typically is you want not just to send them an invoice, you want to sell them the item, complete the sale, right, that day, because that's the day you sold it, that's the day they took it, that's the day when it got removed from inventory, that's the day that your financial reporting needs to reflect that sale, but they owe you money, right? And when they owe you money, you want to be able to invoice them, and then you want to look at your overall invoices and see who owes you what. and what invoices are outstanding longer than 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So that's the purpose of the invoice module for the customers. And again, on the flip side, your supplier invoices, you may not receive an invoice from your supplier when they ship you the items, right? They may mail that invoice separately. So the idea of invoices for suppliers is, again, just to keep you organized so you can track. Wow, you're yawning. How rude.
No one will see that.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll edit that out. So the whole idea is for you to track what you owe your suppliers, and we're going to be enhancing those modules even further. But I'm really excited about it. Again, it may not apply to all retailers, but many retailers out there in any industry, and we're moving into a few new industries. I mean, we've already started last year. We will have our pawn system ready. We expect to release it next month, sometime in March or April at the latest. We are already in the CBD industry. We're getting into the tobacco and alcohol industry. Anything ATF related seems like we're going after, and as well as a general retail. So again, the neat thing also, Joel, I don't know if you caught this from the video, but the invoices that you create, just like layaways, there's a payment portal that you can use, and your customers can receive an email with a link on where to go to pay their invoices, or even look at their order history. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And it's part of some of our new announcements that will be kind of sprinkling along in the next few weeks. There's a lot of exciting things coming from all product lines within our company, and there's been some really, really awesome features added to CoreForce, our enterprise e-commerce platform. Again, we're missing the person that could tell you what some of those are in a little more detail, so we'll reserve that for when EP is with us.
Next
EP.
one. Yep.
I kind of like EP.
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 I call Ethan Harris.
I like that. I was calling him Harris. He didn't seem to like that.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So, yeah, a lot of exciting stuff. I am thrilled to be back, Joel. I'm thrilled to be feeling clarity. I don't feel like there's, just something in my... I mean, I can't even describe how I felt, and I know you felt in the same way, so you can relate to what I'm talking about. I mean, I was like a blob, and everything, was just cloudy in my head.
It was weird.
It was weird. It was weird. But we are back. We are healthy. And please, everyone, mark the date. July 11th, New Orleans.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yep.
Range Retailer Show. And maybe we do bring Quinn on one of our casts so he can tell us about the upcoming show. He can tell us a little about, I think there's another new show that he mentioned, and I need to go back to my emails and read about that. But it might be fun to have him.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, we've got a list of guests now, so we'll probably start out with our people, obviously, and hopefully knock the rust off and get really good at it before we bring on somebody from outside, so that they can immediately call us idiots. So, yeah. Hey, but I this was great. This is the most alive I felt. I told you, Ezra, I'm getting better every day. Like tonight when I was eating my dinner, I noticed my ear opened up, my right ear opened up, and I'm like, I'm still stopped up. This is over a month. Well, we're going on a month.
That's
since
crazy.
I've just started feeling like crap. Yeah, I'm coming out of it, but this is great. Getting back into this and having something to edit, and going through all the footage that I took while I was under the weather. That's going to be fun as well. So, but this was good. I'm glad we're back at it.
We are back at it, Joel. Stronger, better than before. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I'm probably going to watch this cast and realize how bad I was.
You watch our cast?
No, I really don't.
Come on, man. I don't either.
Well,
movie
you
stars
have
don't
to.
go back and watch their movies.
You got to
I literally watch it like 3 times. So yeah.
For you.
I know. No, I'm not complaining. It's not like I'm digging ditches or anything. So whoa, watching a video editing, it's not that bad.
Hey, you should make sure that you don't tell EP that we're done. Let him join later.
I'll just leave it on.
Yes.
I'll just leave it on. See what he does.
That's great. That is
That's
awesome.
funny. I am. I'm just gonna leave it running.
Oh, that's
All right.
funny.
So, obviously, we are gonna do another one next week. No matter what, we just need to figure out. I think the one we're doing next week would probably be you're showing us some hardware.
Oh, next
So
week?
you would be at your you would be at the office.
No, next
headquarters?
week won't be a good one because I will be
Okay.
out of town.
Okay.
Although Ethan might be in town, so we can figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure that out quickly. It'll be either Ethan or Chris Politzer, I think, to talk about the agency.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So now you guys know what to look forward to. Yeah, this will be up at least by Monday. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be way before that, but I don't know what I'm going to run into. But
Hey, so
yeah.
Joel, before we end, real quick, are we still serving up the coreFFEINE?
What? Like at shows?
Well, no. Do we still have bags of coreFFEINE?
We should. We've got another guy that's in charge of that. So
Okay.
he, whenever he needs it, he knows where to go to get it.
Gotcha.
We will need more cups here pretty soon.
Well-
but yeah, we still do that.
Awesome, because why don't we, whoever gives us a shout out and needs a bag of coreFFEINE, let us know. Tell us where to ship
Okay.
it. How about that?
That would be perfect.
I mean, I think we can get at least 3 people to ship some coreFFEINE to, and maybe we
Isn't
can.
that sad?
Maybe we can.
We're working hard to give stuff away.
I know. So, yeah, let's let everyone enjoy some of our coreFFEINE, and maybe we can end this cast with showing off our coreFFEINE commercial. I still love that one, but make sure you edit it so it doesn't tell people to go to a booth.